Hello and welcome back, guys. So we are back. Now we are gonna start coding. Now in this video, in this module, by the time well, actually no, this is a broad module. But in this video, by the time we finish this video, you guys should have something that looks similar to this. Although when we go to our website that we'll be coding, it's completely empty. But I already coded along, some of the part before. So we should have something that looks like this over here. So the first challenge that I'm going to give you guys is go ahead and set up your standard HTML boilerplate. Now, if you don't know what a boilerplate is, you will need to look at the previous videos. So pause this video and set it up. Okay, now, so I'm going to keep it small so I can actually see what I wrote and then, try to do the similar thing. Now, if you have your boilerplate, then you have the personal site and whatnot, and everything else over here will come in over here in the body tag. Now, the first thing, we're going to take it block by block, is this, my name is written in bold. So you probably know, if you have seen previous videos, what tag have I used over here. So the first challenge is add a heading tag to show your name at the top. Okay, and if you couldn't manage that, so now we'll do it together. H1, I'm gonna write my name. Oh, if I can spell properly. Okay, and save. Now let's also compare it. Yes, we have it, we have it. The reason this one looks so big is because I'm zoomed in a lot. I should be zoomed in at 100%. So okay, we have the name. Now next up, forget the style right now or the bold part or anything, just this line. Obviously this line that says founder and CEO of frameworks, this size is not the same as this size. There is a difference. So obviously this is not an H1 tag, it's another tag, which also we have already covered in the previous video. So if you guys know it, here will be the second challenge. Try to put this over here. Okay, obviously this is a p tag that will say founder and CEO of frameworks. Done. Now if we go over here, it says but, the same thing, but you can see over here it's kind of dull. Over here it's written in nice this italic format, and it has these words that are bold. So how did that happen? How did I manage to edit my text? So here's a challenge. Try to use the resources I showed you guys, whether it's W3 Schools or it's MDN, it doesn't really matter. Use one of them and try to figure out how you can edit your text in an HTML element. And if you can't, then we are gonna take a look at it together. Okay, so we're gonna go to W3 Schools. Well, the text was in italics, so let's try writing something like HTML italic. Then it says by itself, HTML text formatting. Okay, so what is text formatting? This text is bold, this text is italic. So how can we do it? We can use B bold text tag, or we can use S strong, and again I for italic tag, or EM for emphasized tag. Now again, EM and I both make the text italic, and B and strong both make the text bold, but nobody uses B and I anymore. People use strong and EM as an emphasis for italic because they are the standard now, and they actually bring more functionality, because bold and just italic was pretty limited when it comes to coding. So when you want something bold, you will use the strong tag. If you want something italic, you will use the EM or the emphasis tag. Now, if you were managed to search this all on your own and convert this line to look exactly like this, well, I would give you a clap, because that means you are already far along than most people, because you know how to do your research, which is basically 90% of the programming. If you weren't able to do it, well, don't worry, that's what I'm here for. We will do it together, and as we go along, you will get better at it. So we have the p tag. So the first thing we need to do is we want all of it to be italic. For italic, we use em tag. So we're just going to add an em over here. I'm gonna control X and cut this, and I'm gonna paste it towards the end. Control V and save. And if I save it, there, all of it is italic. But founder and CEO was bold. So for bold, we use a strong tag. So I'll go to the founder. I'll write strong, close it. I know this autocomplete, again, I told you in the last video, this is a plugin. If you don't have it, that means you need to install it. And again, V, and again, paste it. I'm just basically copy pasting, Control C for copy, Control V for paste. Okay, cut this, because, okay. So you see, I have wrapped founder and then CEO in a strong. Now if I Control save it, boom, done. Both of them are bold. So we're copying it pretty well. It looks exactly the same. Now we have a p tag. So basically it's just write something about yourself. Again, another challenge. This is a p tag. I'm already telling you guys. Paragraph tag. You can write as much as you want. Just write something about yourself. I have already written a little something, so I'm just gonna, oh, whoops. I opened the wrong folder. So I'm just gonna basically copy that part what I wrote. So just gonna go here, add another p tag, and just continue writing. I am a full stack developer, UI, UX designer, and a data. Sorry. Yeah. Scientist who loves, whoops, made an error, who loves pizza. Okay, done. If I Control save it and go to my website, well, I have this text over here. Now, a lot of the time when you're prototyping a website to a client, you will need to show them like, okay, in this area your text will go, but maybe you will need to write a lot of text. Now you don't have time to write a lot of text in 20 different parts of the website to show to your client like, okay, this is what the text will look like, because if that's how you're going to do it, then it's going to take you all day. If a client has a, I don't know, a documentation site or something like that, and you're writing like 20 words here, 20 words there, it's going to take a lot of time. So I'm going to show you a neat trick you can use to quickly just generate some random text. So let's say we have a p tag that I want to write something just underneath this line. Now I'm really tired and I'm really lazy and I don't want to write, but I want some text to be displayed. All I need to do is I just type here lorem and then how many words you want. So maybe I want like 30 words over here. So lorem 30, enter. You see, it just generated 30 words. Now you can do it 100, 200, as many as you want. This is just random text that gets generated. Just put lorem, the number, and enter if you have Visual Studio. Control save it. There. We have lorem. Done. So this will help you out a lot in the future. It definitely did that for me. And now we have the second last challenge. we need to add a line over here. Again, if you haven't seen one of my old videos, then the challenge for you will be to go to W3 Schools or MDN and then search how to add this line. I'm going to tell you it's called horizontal line break, but how to add it, you need to search for it yourself. And if you have seen one of my old videos, well, then just go ahead and add it. Okay, let's add it together. There we go. HR tag, save, and you have a line. Now the final challenge of this video is like over here, we have a subcategory that says my favorite books. Now obviously we're gonna list our books over here in a list format, which is the next HTML tag we will be learning about. But that we will do that in another video, because this video is already getting too long with a lot of information and new tags that you guys should probably first study. But the final challenge is that you can clearly see this is a heading, and I've just not like bolded, like I did the P tag, because these are way smaller than this one. So it's a heading, but it's definitely not an H1, because otherwise it would be way bigger. So you can tell from this it's an H tag, but there's something different about it. So go to W3 School, search for heading tags, and read about them, because we did discuss them in a previous video, how there are H1 through H6 heading tags. Okay, and then yeah, that's the challenge, and you have to add it. And if you weren't able to add it, wait, what was the heading? My favorite books. Okay. So now I'm going to add it. It's an H3 tag with my favorite books. Done. So this is basically it. We had challenges. Hopefully you were able to pause the video and complete the challenges. Please, I cannot stress this enough. When I give you a challenge, don't try to code along with me. Please stop the video and actually try to do the challenge, because if you just try to copy paste the code, you're going to be stuck in something called tutorial hell. And that means you will just be trying to remember the code that I'm writing, but when you actually try to make a project for yourself, you will not know or not remember how to actually write a code, because you never did proper research or learned how to problem solve, which is the actual skill that we are trying to achieve or transfer to you guys, to the new developers, through this course, that you learn how to solve problems on your own. Coding is not just about remembering syntax. In fact, it's 80-20 as far as I'm concerned. 20% is remembering the syntax. Syntax is basically how the language is written, like in tags and whatnot. And other 80% of it is actually going to W3 Schools, MDN, or just Googling how to solve a problem. So if I give a challenge, please pause the videos and try to solve those challenges. And now in the next video, we're gonna talk about lists and how to list our favorite books. So that will come in the next video. I'll see you in that one. Bye.